As we cross the 60-year mark, something changes. We begin to look back more often. Not just to remember, but to really evaluate, who have we become? How did we live? What we did right, and what we left later. Which never happened. And suddenly one question begins to sound louder than everyone else in our head: what do I regret the most? This video is an honest, deep conversation. Not with regret, but with hope. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. Is there anything you wish you'd done differently in your life? If you're here because you're focused on making the most of the years ahead, whether for yourself or someone you care about, drop a quick comment below that says, "Still growing." It tells me you're part of this journey, and it helps this message reach the right people. And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Longevity Tips, your trusted daily source of real-life advice to help you feel stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled at every age. Today, we're talking about something deeper than health or habits. We're talking about what many people regret after 60, and more importantly, how you can avoid those regrets and create a life that still feels full of meaning, joy, and connection. This isn't about looking back in sadness, it's about looking forward with clarity. Because the truth is, people don't regret getting older. They regret what they didn't do while they could. Not prioritizing their health, letting relationships fade, or forgetting to slow down and enjoy the little things. But here's the good news: it's never too late to rewrite the story. We collected the experience of hundreds of people aged 60, 70, and even 90, analyzed scientific studies of the quality of life in old age, and, most importantly, listened to stories that touched the heart. They contain the truth. And it can change lives. Because every minute ahead can still be a new beginning. In this video, we'll talk about the 10 most common things people over the age of 60 regret. And most importantly, how to avoid these mistakes or fix them if they have already happened. So stay with us. This video doesn't just change your mind. It can change the course of your life. Damage due to lost relationships. I should have called. I should have apologized. I should have said, "I love you." This is one of the most common regrets among people over 60. Not because of arguments or breakups. But because of silence. Because they didn't dare to reach out when they still had the chance. Many of us have someone with whom we have lost touch: parents, siblings, friends, former partners. We thought there would be time. We put it off. And then it was too late. Psychologists say that unfinished relationships are a burden that ages with us. But here's the thing: they can still be finished. And even restored. Practical advice: write a letter. Even if you don't send it. Say the words you didn't say. Even out loud, alone. If the person is still alive, don't wait. An apology, gratitude, or just a simple "hello" can change everything. Because time is not always on our side. But the choice is always in our hands. I didn't live my life. I don't know who I became. Because I lived for others all my life. This is one of the most painful forms of regret, when at 60 plus you suddenly understand, you have lived for decades, but you have never become yourself. You were a good father. A faithful man. A diligent employee. A caring mother. But who were you to yourself? Many people admit to devoting their lives to the needs of other, parents, children, work, responsibilities. And they left no time for their own dreams, hobbies, inner voice. And now they look in the mirror and ask, who am I without the roles I've played all my life? But there is hope here. Because at 60, 70, or even 80, it is not too late to find the answer. Psychologists say, self-identity is not a fixed point. It is a process that lasts a lifetime. Practical advice: write 3 things you always wanted to do but were afraid or delayed. Choose one and try to implement it this week, even in the simplest form. This is not about a revolution. It's about coming back to yourself. You have the right to live not only for someone, You have the right to live your life. Fear of change, invisible shackles. I was afraid to take a step, and now I regret that I never did. Fear of the new is one of the main reasons why many people after 60 stay in their comfort zone, even if it does not please them. The fear of change is paralyzing, forcing you to stay where it is, safe but not happy. Scientific studies show that the brain after 60 needs more time to adapt to new things, and that's normal. But this does not mean that changes are impossible. Practical advice: start small, a small step towards a new hobby, new acquaintance, new habit. Ask yourself the question, what could be worse? And prepare the answers. Remember, every change is a chance for a new life. Your best years are yet to come if you are ready to accept them. Lost years, most painful damage. If I only knew that time would pass so quickly. One of the deepest regrets at older age is the feeling that years have passed too quickly and much has not been done. And it's not just a sadness for the past, it's an understanding that time is the most valuable resource and it can't be returned. Research proves that time awareness motivates people to live more fully. But sometimes awareness comes late. Practical tips: start daily hosting of happy moments, record at least one pleasant event every day. Rethink your priorities, what really matters. Don't put off important things, start today. Harm from neglect of health. If I used to take care of myself, I would feel different now. One of the most common regrets is the realization that health is the most valuable resource that we often ignored in our youth. Often people sacrificed their well-being for work, stress, habits, not paying attention to body signals. Medical research shows that early prevention and a healthy lifestyle can significantly improve quality of life in older age. Practical tips: start with simple steps, regular walking, balanced diet, adequate sleep. Do not ignore routine medical examinations. Find support, family, friends, or interest groups. Taking care of yourself is not selfishness. This is an investment in your future. Regret over undiscovered creative potential. I always dreamed of drawing, writing, creating, but never dared to start. Many people, especially those in their 60s, regret never revealing their creative talents or hobbies. They put off their dreams for later, believing that is not the same age, or that it is too late. However, scientific research proves that creativity stimulates the brain, helps maintain clarity of thoughts and improves emotional state. Practical tips: start with small steps, try drawing, writing, learning music or needlework. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Creativity doesn't have to be perfect, it has to be yours. Find community or courses for people your age, support is very important. Your creative potential is a source of joy that is never too late to discover. Regret for ignoring emotional health. I thought I had to be strong always and hid my feelings. Many people after the age of 60 regret that they did not pay enough attention to their emotions, were afraid to show vulnerability or ask for help. This leads to loneliness, depression and even physical illness. Research proves that a healthy emotional life increases immunity, improves sleep and prolongs life. Practical tips: talk about your feelings with loved ones or professionals. Practice meditation, yoga, or other stress relief techniques. Feel free to look for support, is a sign of strength, not weakness. Taking care of the soul is the key to a long and happy life. Regret over financial instability. If I planned my finances better, I wouldn't live with constant stress. Finance is one of the most common causes of anxiety in older people. It is often regretted that they did not start planning a pension earlier or did not make better investments. Experts say, financial literacy is the key to a calm and confident life at any age. Practical tips: make a simple budget and stick to it. Consult financial professionals about retirement plans. Look for additional sources of income, even small steps can make a difference. Financial stability is the freedom to live with dignity and without fear. Pity for financial instability. If I planned my finances better, I wouldn't live with constant stress. Finance is one of the most common causes of anxiety in the elderly. It is often regretted that they did not start planning their pension earlier or did not make better investments. Experts say, financial literacy is the key to a calm and confident life at any age. Practical tips: make a simple budget and stick to it. Consult financial professionals about retirement plans. Look for additional sources of income, even small steps can make a difference. Financial stability is the freedom to live with dignity and without fear. Regret over delayed travel and adventure. I dreamed of seeing the world, but I always found reasons to postpone it until later. For many older people, one of the biggest regrets is unfulfilled dreams of traveling, discovering new places and cultures. Psychologists confirm, new impressions stimulate the brain, give joy and a sense of freedom. Practical tips: start with small trips, weekend outside the city or to a new city nearby. Plan your trips in advance with budget and health in mind. Travel doesn't have to be expensive, the main thing is new emotions and experiences. Life is a series of adventures and it's never too late to start a new one. Regret for wasting time on trifles. I regret spending so much time on things that don't matter. In everyday life, we often allow small problems and negativity to take away our energy and time. After 60, this awareness becomes particularly acute. Scientists prove that the ability to let go of the unimportant improves the quality of life and reduces stress. Practical tips: learn to say no, because it distracts you from the main thing. Focus on things that bring joy and peace. Practice daily gratitude for what you have. Your energy is a valuable resource, don't waste it. Regret over unclosed family matters. I regret that I did not find time to reconcile and did not say what I wanted. One of the most painful regrets is unresolved conflicts with loved ones, unexpressed feelings that remained unspoken. Psychologists emphasize, forgiveness and open dialogue help to free oneself from the burden of the past and strengthen the emotional connection. Practical tips: try to start a conversation even if you are afraid of rejection. Write a letter if it is difficult to speak face to face. Seek support from a family therapist or counselor. Closing these questions is a step towards peace of mind and harmony. It's never too late to start living in a way that doesn't regret. During this time, we have looked at the deepest regrets experienced by people after 60 years, from unused creative opportunities to unsolved family conflicts, from the loss of social connections to financial mistakes that could have been prevented. But the most important thing is to understand that regret should not determine your life. Your story is not over, and right now you have a unique chance to write a new chapter. Research by psychologists and neuroscientists confirms, our brain remains flexible and open to change at any age. Your ability to adapt, learn new things and find joy in every day, is the real key to longevity and happiness. Now I want to hear your opinion. What's one thing you're glad you didn't put off? Or, if you could share one piece of advice with your younger self, what would it be? What advice would you give to someone who wants to start a new chapter after 60 without looking back? Leave a comment, your story might be the spark someone else needs today. I read every comment and I would like to hear your stories, reflections, questions. If this message resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, it helps others discover content that inspires change. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Senior Longevity Tips. This channel is intended for conscious and experienced people who believe that getting old well is not just adding years to life, but filling each year with meaning, health and joy. Every day, we share empowering tips on how to live better, age smarter, and stay connected, physically, mentally, and emotionally. We choose honesty, care, clarity. Because you deserve content that respects your experience and inspires you to take new steps. So, whether you're here for yourself or someone you love deeply, you're in the right place. So here are some of the most important tips for a new start. Accept your past, but don't let it keep you captive. Let go of what you can't change and channel energy into the future. Live consciously. Every day is a new opportunity to choose health, positive emotions, and intimacy with those you love. Set goals, even small. They give you direction and motivate you to move forward, no matter how difficult it seems to you right now. Don't be afraid to ask for help. The support of family, friends, specialists, is not weakness, but wisdom that leads to strength. Share your experience and love. Your story can inspire others to live better and appreciate every moment. Your life is the most valuable gift, and it is you who is the creator of its next chapter. Don't let regret overshadow the opportunities that are yet to come. Live fully, with an open heart and a clear mind. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing reflection, growth, and possibility. So stay kind to yourself. Stay curious. And I'll see you in the next video.